No idea what China is. It's bigger than what you think it is. And it's changing really, really quickly. Look around me here. This is just a small apartment complex that's been built over the last 18 months. You got it. Projects like this are a common occurrence here in mainland China. China has been building and building and building. This is just a small complex, apartment complex in the city of Nanning. 5 years ago, this place did not exist. This was farmland, people. So when you think that China is just a network of villages through a big country of rice farmers and fishermen, think again. The buildings are getting bigger, the complexes are getting larger, and they're being built a lot better with a lot better infrastructure than
他们开的特别快，
还没下课就先点了，觉得应该会30分钟、40分钟才能到，结果不到10分钟就到了，就很尴尬。
因为你还在上课，
还在上课。好像有一次我还给他打电话，跟他说慢点到。慢点到，
哎，他太疯狂了！这一下子这 APP 机出来了以后，就感觉大家都在看。
You talk with people, they recommend you a place, and you go there, and sometimes it just disappeared.
我看了一个地方啊，空的地方，这个小小的家，然后下一天我就我搞了，对啊。
NASA 说，全世界现在植被该路都提升了25%，就是因为中国。你现在到，比如说甘肃。敦煌那个沙漠，你一看就是鲁一些很多的小树啊。
我来凤贵已经9年了，我在西医当一名外教。中国刚对外开放的时候嘛，我就开始对中国感兴趣，可以说爱上了中国，看了很多书，就关于中国的历史文化嘛。85年的时候开始上大学，我就开始学了中文专业，学了普通话和文言文。我觉得我开始有一点中国话了，特别是上德语课，学生经常会问我，什么事情用德语咋说，我就有时候都想不起来了，我就也给他们开个玩笑，我说我是个什么德语老师，把德语都忘了，是不是要失业了，学校都不要。
Powerhouse that is going to be one of the major countries in the next few years, definitely.
I can only think about their food, really. That's it.
They've got good food.
Very fast-paced.
They've got quite a lot of power climate-wise as well for influencing the rest of the world.
I studied at Beijing University and Fudan University as well.
What has your experience been like living in China?
Absolutely fantastic. I loved it. It was literally the best experience of my life.
I think we're very dependent on them. I think that's good. You know, there's a good connection with us. Yeah.
I've actually been there quite a few times. I love the place. I love the culture.
What is the impression of the Chinese people?
Friendly?
Yeah.
Friendly? Yeah, I like them. My housemate's Chinese, so we get along really well.
They seem pretty reserved. Like, I think it's quite a conservative culture from what I've seen.
Now Chinese is very developed in this world. Actually, all think Chinese is number one.
When I came here, I was very surprised how technologically advanced it is. I think it's years ahead of Europe or any other place that I've been to. I think you guys use your phone for everything here, from paying to buying things online. It just blew me away how advanced it is. Yeah, so I didn't expect China to be that advanced. I mean, I'm telling you, it's years ahead of Europe.
我第一次来这中国是在高中的时候，没想到中国是那么大，有那么多的人。Yeah, China would be. I didn't expect it to be that much developed in some places, and also there are so many people. Everything still works, kind of like chaos, but at the same time, everything works all the time, and people are efficient, and people are really.
Most of the people that visit China, visit the coast, they have this perception that China is only what they see on the coast, only what they see in these dense cities. And there's a couple of things that aren't fair there. First off, it's unfair to regard an entire country by a populated city. And it's also unfair to regard an entire country by a city that is so populated, its population is exceeding most of the countries that those people are coming from. The entire country. There's more people in Beijing in many cases, or Shanghai, or Shenzhen, Shenzhen actually is quite clean. I love Shenzhen. But the other thing I want to mention is that I actually cycle around the world. I have cycled around all of Southeast Asia. Korea, Japan, back down to Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, and Malaysia. And one thing I noticed is that when you got around the major population centers, the big cities, they all kind of had the similar structure, right?
绿卡对于外国人来说真的是太难了，难于上青天。我敢和你们打赌，一包辣条，平时你们在路上看到的外国人，基本他们都没有绿卡。我认识一个大学外教，他已经在中国工作10年多了，可是他仍没有绿卡。大家一直听到美国、英国的绿卡很难拿，但是他们每年放绿卡都1万座单位，而中国每年只有几百名额。说一个网红吧，你们可能认识弗劳夫，在网络影响力挺大的吧？他2012年来到中国的8年也只拿到了工作证。要想拿到绿卡的条件有几种，中国有配偶。
By looking back, Apple has a rich history with China, and you have a rich history with China because you've been traveling here a long time. Could you share a thought on that and also reflect on what has changed?
Yeah, probably. I came to China for the first time in maybe a quarter century ago. So that's the reason my hair is gray by now. And it's just been a sea change. I mean, you think about it now, some of the most modern cities in the world are in China. In the mid-90s, you wouldn't find any modern cities of the world here. The infrastructure that has gone on in China, whether you know it from the moment you land in the airport to the roads, is just extraordinary. The most modern in the world, arguably.
Compare the different values and aspects between China and the United States. This is our first time in Hangzhou, and I'm super excited to check out all the development that Hangzhou has gone through in the last 8 years, coming from a small fishing village to hosting the G20 summit. And then I want to introduce you to some of my Chinese and American friends. You guys can come say hi.
杭州漂亮。
So this is my very first time on a high-speed railway, and just even waiting on the platform, it was saw another train go by, and it was so scary. Like it was just like, and I was like, ah. So I don't know. I've never seen anything like move so fast before. So you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna.
国内在中国，在这个选择方面会稍微丰富一点，还有一个就是时间的这个问题，你不用怕太晚了找不到吃的了，就像我们德国那边一样，随时都能找到一些非常好吃的东西，而且随时也可以在网上叫个外卖。第三种区别就是在中国这边还是要方便很多，因为你可以在网上在某种平台上面先去查一下这个玩的地方，这个餐厅的一个价格还有评价，然后你再可以去做决定要不要去这个地方，要不要再找另外一个地方，甚至你都可以在上面预约，而且还可以在上面买单，有的时候还会便宜一些。
When I moved to China 10 years ago, more than that now, 11 years ago, and the China of today, if you compare them, they're almost incomparable. In fact, this area behind me, the CBD, did not exist only a few years ago. Certainly didn't exist when I moved here. I would probably be sitting inside a field or a farm. But China has changed quite a bit, and I think a lot of people cannot appreciate that the China of the past is not the China of today.
the insults hurled, the degradation, the accusations, they might have landed in the China of decades past, but they don't land today.